Hello everyone, it's Daniel again. Today I wanted to start to address one of the biggest questions that we get all the time is what camera should I buy? I think everyone who's traveling and wanting to document their trips and who likes what we make and wants to make stuff like us is considering cameras all the time. The hard thing about that question though is that cameras are updating all the time. They're getting cheaper and they're getting better, and phones are way better now, and every year there's something new and way better. So as soon as we tell you what camera to buy, it's gonna be outdated. So instead of telling you what camera to buy, we actually want to tell you how to choose a camera to buy. It's a subtle difference, but it is a big difference, I promise. So when you're buying a camera, there's two massive things to think about. It's the camera body itself and lenses. Lenses are just as big a deal. Lenses are just as big of a deal as a camera body. And when you're considering what lenses to get, there are so many factors to think about. So we have a lesson in our camera fundamentals course where Iz breaks down what focal length is and what to think about when you're considering getting a new lens when it comes to focal length. So I'm gonna let you watch that video real quick and I'll pass this off to Iz and she'll explain to you what focal length is.
There is one key number for you to know when we talk about zoom, and that is your focal length. Focal length is literally just a fancy way to talk about zoom. The middle of the range is 50 millimeters, and this generally represents what the human eye can see. From there, you can go up to 85 millimeters or 200 millimeters or way beyond that. Any lens that zooms in more than 50 millimeters is called a telephoto lens. And any lens that is below 50 millimeters, like a 16 millimeter or a 24 millimeter, is called a wide angle lens. This is because it goes wider than 50 millimeters, wider than the human eye can see. Let me show you what this looks like. We're gonna go from 24 millimeters, which is wide, that's a wide angle lens, all the way to 70. This is telephoto, this is super zoomed in. Let's go back to 24 millimeters. Do you see the difference? The range of a focal length can go down to super wide, like 12 millimeters, and it can go up to like 300 millimeters or even more. People who are like nature photographers trying to capture all those animal shots, they'll get super telephoto lenses that are like 600 millimeters. So there's a huge range, but for our purposes, I want you to think of the general range as 16 to 200. Within there, from 16 to 200, that's gonna kind of capture the majority of what you'll be seeing or using when you are out shooting in the field. For all practical purposes, you don't have to have lenses that cover everything from 16 to 200. In fact, all of the lenses I own are within the range of 16 to 85. That's really wide and super zoomed in. It's all I need.
In our camera fundamentals course, Johnny and Iz go through not only how to consider buying a camera, but how to use the camera, and they go through aperture and ISO and everything you need to know. And one amazing thing they do is give in-field demonstrations. So they have a video where you can follow along and watch them go into a situation and they're trying to get a photo, and they talk through and explain exactly how they're deciding to set their settings on their camera so that they can get the photo that they're trying to get. It's incredibly helpful. It's on our Bright Trip website. So if you go to www.brighttrip.com, I don't know why I added the www because everybody should know that by now. Anyway, it's the link in the description. Head over to our website and we have the whole camera fundamentals course on there, and we will hope to see you over there very soon. Whoa, I just spit everywhere. Very soon. Bye.